In the vast architecture of the human soul, there lie caverns so shadowed, so deeply buried beneath the conscious mind, that even the man who lives there does not know his own walls. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." And nowhere is this more true than in the heart of the avoidant man. He does not know why he pulls away when things begin to feel warm. He does not know why intimacy feels like suffocation and tenderness tastes like danger. But deep within him, beneath his logic, beneath his silence, are fears he has never dared to name. Let us speak them now. Let us name what he cannot. Not to blame, but to understand. Because even the most avoidant soul was once wide open, and something closed him. The fear of being truly seen. To be seen, not for the mask he wears, not for the achievements he hides behind, but for the trembling child within. This to him is exposure, not intimacy. To be truly seen is to stand naked without armor. And somewhere in his past, that nakedness was met with judgment, or worse, abandonment. So now, when you look at him too long, too lovingly, he looks away. Not because he doesn't want to be seen, but because he's terrified you might see something he still can't accept in himself. The fear of emotional dependency. He has trained his nervous system to believe that needing someone is weakness, that depending on another means giving up control, and when he lost control once, he lost everything. So he learned to stand alone, to carry the weight of his world without asking for help. Now, when love comes offering support, he recoils. Not because he doesn't trust you, but because he doesn't trust what need will do to him. He fears becoming addicted to your comfort. Because in his story, every high came with a crash. The fear of losing himself in you. For the avoidant man, love feels like consumption, like becoming so entwined that he vanishes. He's spent years building an identity out of silence and solitude. So when your presence begins to weave into the fabric of his days, he panics. He fears that loving you means losing him, that he'll be swallowed, submerged, erased. So he distances, not to punish you, but to breathe. The fear of repeating the past. The past is never past for the avoidant man. It lives in the marrow of his bones, in the twitch of his jaw when emotions rise, in the hesitations between your questions and his carefully measured answers. He may not speak of the betrayal or the neglect or the childhood where love came with conditions, but it echoes still. He fears that no matter how golden your heart is, he will once again choose someone who cannot hold him, and worse, that he will again be the one who cannot stay. The fear of being the cause of pain. Strange as it seems, he fears hurting you more than he fears being hurt himself. You see, deep down, he believes he is too much or not enough. He fears that his silence will wound you, that his distance will destroy you, and he'd rather vanish now, while you still feel whole, than wait for the inevitable moment when his damage touches your joy. This is the tragedy. He leaves to protect you, never realizing it's his absence that hurts most. The fear of intimacy's irreversibility. To open the door, to truly open it, feels like crossing a threshold from which there is no return. He's not afraid of love. He's afraid of what happens after. What if he lets you in, and then one day wakes up feeling nothing? What if the passion fades, the mystery dies, the connection dulls into routine? He fears that commitment is a cage with rusted keys, that once he gives his yes, he will never again know freedom. So he hovers at the edge, hoping that maybe you'll be content with almost. The fear of feeling too much. Yes, even the avoidant man feels, sometimes more than he can bear. And that's precisely the problem. He doesn't fear not feeling. He fears drowning in the vast ocean of what he feels. He fears that if he allows himself to fully feel you, to fully receive the love you offer, the floodgates will open and he'll never find solid ground again. So he numbs, detaches, pulls away, not because he is cold, but because he burns too hot, and fire, left untended, destroys. The fear that love won't save him, perhaps the deepest fear of all, that no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how kind, how patient, how safe, love will not be enough to heal what's broken. He fears you will try and fail, that he will love you and still feel hollow, that he will look into your eyes and still feel alone. And if love cannot save him, what then? Where does he go when even the most sacred bond leaves him aching? These fears, they are not excuses, they are not justifications for harm, but they are real. They are the invisible architects of his distance, his deflections, his disappearances. They are the ghosts in the room when he says he needs space, but cannot explain why. They are the trembling undercurrents beneath his calm exterior, the silent screams beneath his smile. And though he may never speak them, though he may not even know they live within him, they shape every move he makes in love. They script his withdrawal, they choreograph his silence. They tell him that love is dangerous, that vulnerability is death, that closeness will cost him his very self. To love an avoidant man is to walk a labyrinth, not one with clear lines and a single exit, but one made of mirrors where your own reflection blurs with his, and truth is not always easy to find. It is to offer presence without pressure, to embody warmth without demand, to hold space without collapsing into it. It is a test of your own selfhood, to love him without losing you. And if you are that rare soul willing to walk that path, not as a savior but as a mirror, you must remember, he cannot be fixed. He is not a project or a puzzle to be solved. He is a being in the slow process of remembering his own soul. But he can become aware, and through awareness there is hope. Because once the unconscious is made conscious, the patterns lose their power. And what once felt like fate can become freedom. What once felt inevitable can finally be a choice. If this resonated with you, if you've ever loved someone who pulls away, or if you've seen yourself in these fears, you are not alone. We are all navigating the dance between closeness and selfhood, between connection and freedom. So let's keep learning, let's keep becoming. Until next time, stay awake, stay gentle, and above all, stay true.